gals, all in between. Welcome back to another live streaming episode of TitoMan.tv. Alright guys, so I promised I would go early today and get some things done, so here I am. Last night I was not feeling so well and I was tired, so we're back at it today, and well, we're gonna get into some good gaming. It is Sunday, the weekend wrap up. I hope you guys have had a great weekend, and you know, I had a good one, no complaints here. As we wrap up the weekend, if you're not familiar with the channel, hello, my name is Tito Man, and this is my gaming channel. We do all types of gaming here, however, we're focused on Fallout 4, the PS5 variant, and I would say we're beyond the halfway point at this point. So, as all that being said, welcome. I hope you guys enjoy. If you're new here, be sure to hit that road to 500 and hit subscribe and be a part of building the channel. Now, of course, we have lives at different times, so the notification bell would be your best bet. Hit that, select all, and never miss any time that we go live. I'm from the United States, so we're on the Eastern Standard Time block. It is exactly noon time where I'm at, and this is the first live of the day. Welcome. We're on the episode 128 for Sucka FREE Sundays. Simply bringing in the weekend wrap-up, meaning we don't have suckers on our lives. And of course, we're going to wait a little bit as the time goes by for notifications to go out to all those who have registered for them, to tap in and get busy watching me. So I want to thank each one of y'all who ever watch, put it on in the background, hang out, talk, whatever you may do. We like it. We appreciate it. Now, previously last night I did get not feeling so well, so I decided to go ahead, get some sleep, and come back at it today. Now, we are working on the side projects and any missions that are to do with maybe companions. We're not going to focus on any of the main missions, but we are going to focus on side missions and all the stuff that comes along with it, like companions. Then once we finish everything out, we'll do some of the DLC contents. So one thing I do want to let you know, guys, I have beat this game before, but only the base game. So all the DLCs from the Harbor, Nuka-Cola, all those, I have never played them. So we actually get a genuine first-time playthrough and reaction from your boy Tito Man. So with all that being said, that kind of gives you an idea of what's going on. And the reason that we did this was obviously the hype. We've got new Fallout games coming. We got Fallout media as far as, watching it on Amazon. And, just really like the game. So we decided to bring it back. The only difference is I decided, well, if I'm going to play it, I needed to play it on the hardest difficulty, which is survival mode. Survival mode is the difficulty added in where things are a little bit more rough. You can't save unless you're out of bed, and you have different types of things. You cannot fast travel. You must eat. You must wipe your ass. You must feed yourself.
Do you think they will make
all that.
Fallout 5?
Of course they'll make Fallout 5. It's already in production, actually, Sam. They announced, I don't remember exactly what day it was, but they're working on it already. You've got Fallout 3 Remake. The files have already been leaked, so they're working on that as well. And there are teams working on Fallout 5, but we're not close to getting it. It's going to be a while, but it would be funny if we got Fallout 5 before GTA 6. But that's our introductions, guys. We've had enough time for everything to go through. As we load in, we're going to do another load in.
Did you say you gotta wipe your ass in the hardest difficulty? You're messing right.
Yeah, you don't have to poop and wipe your butt. Nope. It's just the fact of how much you have to do to keep up with your character. More so, the difficulty really, makes you think ahead. And the amount of diseases and things that can negatively affect you, you really have to be on your P's and Q's. And then last but not least, a critical shot to the head, which is one bullet. In the old game would just be a little bit of life lost. In survival mode, if you get a critical shot, you could die immediately. So, you know, things like that are pretty tough. But, all right, guys. We're going to load up, and as we load up, we're going to load up another thing. We won't be able to talk about it, but we'll get the pause for the cause situation figured out. And the character's name is Reaper. We left off on the bottom left hand of the map on an exit save. There it is right there. And remember, guys, when you're playing survival, you cannot save the game. However, duly noted, if you're playing all night and you feel like you're ready to get off.
75 Fallout games and didn't want to make another, what would they call it?
I guess Fallout 1,000,000. Now, do remember, guys, if you do want to get off the game, you can exit in survival mode, and they will give you a save file. But, duly noted, keep in mind that this save file only works one time. So, therefore, when you exit and you come back in, like right now, if I were to die, I would not be able to use this save right here, because now that save has been deleted. Something I just learned. But so, when you close out your game in survival mode, you can save it. However, that's only a one-time thing. You can only do it that one time, and then it'll delete the file. So, like for an example, I'll show you. Now we're going to go in here to load. All right, there's the character that we have, Reaper. And as you can see, there is only autosaves.
What's the best gun in the game if you know?
I don't know the best gun in the game. To be honest with you, you could Google it and figure it out. Personally, the ones that I have a pretty good radium gun that shoots the 45. But there are guns that are better than that. But then you have the whole idea of, you know, depending. There's a lot of guns in this game, for sure. Anyways, so if you die, that save won't be there anymore. So it's just something I wanted to share with you guys. Alright, so we left off here. I'm not exactly sure where, because I just abruptly saved it and got off. But before we start, I'm going to take care of something. So we're going to do a pause for the cause before we start. Just give me a moment here. We're going to sit in the corner. And of course, you can talk amongst yourself or talk to me. Alright, let's do this. Now, last night we didn't get much done. However, we did get 2 or 3 missions getting done. We did finish out the Gunner Pip-Boy mission, which I think we have a little bit left to do on it. I'm not real sure. Let's look. Yeah, we get to continue traveling with McCready. And honestly, that's weird. That is weird, because I think... Oh, no. I'm not sure. Maybe I need to talk to him. I forgot. Where is he at?
I remade my first profile.
Oh, yeah? What made you want to do that?
Of course I'll help. Count me in.
I was hoping you'd say that. A few months before we met, I bumped into a guy named Sinclair who claimed his buddy caught some kind of disease. I thought he was wasting my time until he said his partner broke out in blue boils. They dug up information about a cure at a place called MedTech Research. They even managed to grab the building's lockdown security codes. Unfortunately,
Thought would be badass lol.
before they were able to break into the facility.
I mean, there's no way that's a coincidence, right? MedTech has to be the place.
Hey, that's smart, brother.
Can you trust this Sinclair guy?
To be honest, I don't know him from Adam, but he brought up the blue boils and the sickness his partner suffered from. There's no way that's a coincidence. Or a trap. It wouldn't make any sense. If Sinclair says MedTech Research is the place, that's where we need to go. Otherwise, I've got nothing else.
Alright, so so McCready has to help his son, and now we are able to get this mission. So this is one of the companion missions you kind of got to earn. You do a couple, missions for him, and then eventually, as time passes.
76.
I played Fallout 76, man. I played this one as well. Not a big fan of the Fallout 76. Not a big partner. I don't know. Fallout's more of a game that I consider to be a one-player game, but...
I hope so.
For Duncan's sake, I do too. I'll put MedTech Research on your map. When you're ready, just take us out there. I have all the codes we need to get through their security. What you're doing. No one's ever cared that much.
Single player.
Even if it takes me the rest of my life.
Exactly.
I'll repay this debt to you. I swear it.
Honestly, truth be told, I wouldn't even mind a multiplayer. But here's my thing. We don't need a MMOG, which is massive multiplayer. Let's imagine if you were allowed to have 2-player or 4 players, and that's it. And you can invite them into your world, and you guys could hang out, walk around, build things, do things. I think that would be a better way to approach the multiplayer instead of a massive online multiplayer. I think that shit's stupid. I think it's repetitive, and I don't think that it represents Fallout as a whole. However, companies are not here to make me happy, or to like represent the story. They're here to make money.
The subscription just to play with your friends would be nice.
Yeah, no, to Fallout. All right, none of that. None of that crap. Just a 4-player. You can invite them in. You know what I'm saying?
What's
just
your
a regular old
favorite game
Fallout.
ever made?
Favorite game? Oh, God. I do not have a number 1 game. I really don't. I know, like, that's silly sounding, but there's just too many games I enjoy playing. Same reason I won't just do like most streamers. Most streamers pick one game, like Fortnite, and just literally play that game. I would just say that I enjoy gaming in general so much, because there's some games out there that I don't play as near as much, but I consider them favorites.
A lot of good games. That is hard.
Yeah, it's too hard for me to name, but I'll sit here and name out some things that I can never let go of. How about that? I will never let go of some games that I can't even play on here on the console, but like Project Zomboid, that's one of my faves.
With Doom, LOL.
Doom's a good one, but I can't pick one.
But I have a lot of favorites.
BeamNG on the computer. It is the best car crash simulator in the world. I absolutely spend hours just wrecking cars.
Sorry I had caps on.
Oh, dude, don't apologize for that. That's okay. No one cares about that. But yeah, dude, I think, honestly, we could go on and on about the conversations about that. But it's just one of those things, guys. It's like, whoa. How would I imagine, like, how could I? I enjoyed all the Grand Theft Autos throughout the years, because I'm an older guy. So, you know, I grew up, and I've gotten to see every, you know,
The Last of Us is my favorite game.
Oh, that's a good choice, dude. See, I enjoyed The Last of Us. I did The Last of Us on this channel. Very, very enjoyable. All right, guys, we're going to grind down a little bit of the time, and we're going to get started here in the next 2 minutes. Thank you guys for your patience.
Last of Us is good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Right? Well, that game wins in a lot of areas. Think about it. They made a game that graphics looked great. They made a game that the gameplay was great. They made a game that was more realistic and had, you know, the systems made sense. They made a game that the story was so intriguing that it literally made a TV show. Yeah, they definitely did a good job there. And then they took the whole idea of zombies and went a whole different way with it, which is way more cooler and realer, because I don't know if you guys know, but you'll learn in school as you go.
I hate Horizon.
There are fungi and mushrooms and things that, like the cordyceps, that happens in real life nature, and there are insects that get possessed. It was okay. I didn't beat it, so obviously I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. But it was one of those games that, like, I played here on my live.
A Fallout game that generates a map when you start a new save with structures, NPCs, quests, so on.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. I mean,
Horizon is a metacore game, I think. Mario 64 was my first game.
Mario 64 is a legend game, because you got to consider that it was on the N64, and then, like, people literally still play it today. It stands the test of time. And it's a game that, well, it's got Mario, you know what I mean? Like, dude, like, fucking Mario is a staple of the gaming industry. All right, guys. I'm gonna do a small Tito time here, so don't mind the coughing. I'm not sick. I'm just going to be taking some of my medicine.
I have never played Mario 64.
Well, if you're younger, it makes sense because the N64 is an older model system. However, if you ever get a chance, you might not enjoy it because you have to consider that if you're younger, you're used to playing all the cool, like, modern games. However, you also might find that Mario is awesome because it is unlike any other game. You know, they took the whole idea of jumping and stuff in the original Mario game and they brought a 3D world to it. And I think, honestly, being the first time that that had been done, it was a beauty. And it was not easy, you know? You had to go through all the levels. Aren't y'all, y'all probably about to go back to school here soon, ain't it? Or at least be close. I know my area here where I live, they're going back to school next week, matter of fact. Then again, you might be homeschooled, I don't know. I do not know.
Yeah.
All right, guys, 3, 2, 1. We're going to count it down, and we're going to do cheers. 3, 2, 1, cheers.
I'm back in school in 22 days. I hate school.
Well, look at it this
Lucky
way.
I only got my senior year.
And it won't be forever. What don't you like about school? What makes you not like it? Nah. All right, we got adrenaline at 25%.
The people that go there is why I don't like it.
Bunch of, okay. So the people themselves make it fucking shitty. They like, one of the major things I see in schools is like people bullying people, you know. I can put it to you this way, man. It can get better. However, it also can get worse.
Well,
right,
not
so
the work for me, just sometimes it can be like the same thing over and over again, or sometimes it will change.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is to get you used to repetitiveness, to get you used to doing like a 9 to 5 when you get older, which is kind of stupid, but shit.
This won't take long.
Tito, did you like school when you were in it?
It was alright. I got in a lot of trouble though, man.
DAP is the worst. I don't get in trouble in school though.
That's good, man. I got in a lot of trouble, and it wasn't worth it. So that's good to hear, man. I got kicked out of school, and I had to go to alternative school. So I always tell people not to follow my footsteps. Uh-oh.
Same.
I'm dead.
Also, the one reason why I don't like school is because most people bring up drama, but I just ignore it.
Yeah, you'll find that drama will be a problem all the way until you get older.
I used to it. Did you do some despicable things that had their issues?
Not really. So like with me, I don't put up with people picking on me. I don't put up with people picking on other people. I'm just a different person. Say you were getting picked on, I'd be somebody that would stand up and be like, "Hey, bro, why the fuck you talking to him like that? Why are you messing with him, bro? Why the fuck do you think that that's necessary?" And then I would get in trouble because my teacher would be like, "Hey, be quiet," and I'd be like, "Nah, fuck that," and I would cuss and that type of thing. I just didn't like. I had a mouth on me for one. Like for two, it's just that I didn't listen. That was the other problem. And then none of these are good things. I'm not bragging. You don't need to do these type of things. I learned the hard way. However, I also got in a fight. Somebody threw a rock and it hit me in the back of the head. So I turned around. I asked who did it. And they were making fun of me. And they were like, "Here's who did it. Oh, someone threw a rock at you. You poor baby." And I was like, "Bruh, I'm just trying to figure out who threw the rock." He said, "Well, I didn't throw it, but I know one thing. You're going to get the fuck up, out of my face or something." I'm like, "What?" He said, "Yeah, bitch." And he pushed me. So as soon as he pushed me, I gave him a right hook and we started fighting. So that was like a discipline slip. By the end of that same year that I'm talking about, basically I had occurred like 30 plus discipline slips, because you get these things called discipline slips where the teacher signs their name on it. And then there's a paragraph explaining what you did. And then you would get this slip and you would go to a principal, and then they would put it on your file and then decide what punishment was just for you. I got things like in-school suspension, out-school suspension, or also known as OSS, ISS, whatever. Just a lot of stuff. And eventually, what happened was I incurred so much trouble. Oh yeah, and I also didn't like to go to school. I would go to school and then walk off campus. So in other words, I did a lot of skipping as well. It came to a point where they were just like, "You're no longer allowed to come back to this school because you have incurred too many discipline slips," type deal. And they was like, you're in a lot of trouble. You get one more discipline slip and we're going to, not allow you to come back to the school. So they had this conversation with me, and I did good for about 2 months. And there's a thing I do that, I'm not going to glorify, but I don't know how young you guys are, but I do something that I'm not going to encourage, but I like to smoke. I smoke a certain something. 420. I like to smoke 420. I've been doing it since I was young, and it's something I still do to this day. Now, however, there is no place for it at a school. And let me repeat that. There is no place for that at school. And what I did was I ran into a guy, and he was like, "Hey, I have some." And I was dumb enough to say, "Okay, well, let me get some." And I got some from this guy. Well, that guy got caught. And when he got caught, he said, Oh, I got it
Nowadays, people
from
vape
me.
at school,
I got
which
this
is still
from
even
Tito.
bad.
Yeah, you shouldn't be vaping. And like, hey, I did bad things like cigarettes.
Or
I
at
did
least at my old school.
right, and I don't smoke back then like cigarettes. I didn't smoke on campus. I smoked off campus. So therefore, like I didn't break every rule. But anyways, this dude gets caught. He says that he bought it from me. Now, granted, I did not give that to him. He just said that, but my age was like 17. So in the state that I was in, they considered me an adult. So like they called in the special, like, you know, you have police. Well, we have a special edition of police in our state. I live in the state of South Carolina. So they called not just the cops, they called South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, which is called SLED. So I'm sitting in class and fucking SLED bust through the fucking door, dude. And they were like, don't fucking touch anything. Bring your book bag and anything that you have, and don't make any sudden movements. Of course, I only had like a binder, so because I need to bring a bag to school. Fuck that. Because they had like lockers, so I just put all my shit in a locker. So I grabbed my shit, walked down there, and they had like a dog walking behind me. They had two people walking in front of me, and they had one person on my left and one person on my right. And I'm just thinking to myself, bro, like, I know they're fucking goddamn, you know, someone has told on me I got damn weed in my pocket. Like, this isn't good. So we get in there, they get it, they search me, find it, and they were like, somebody told us this, that, and the third. So at this point, that's you get that's like breaking the law, you know what I mean? So I'm about to go to jail, and the principal and all that, you can't come back to the school now. And I was like, oh, okay. So I had to meet with the superintendent of the schooling, and they decided to allow me to still continue school, but I had to go to alternative school, which is like a school for people who are bad. So then I had to do all that, and that's where we was, and then I learned a lot. And now I tell people, hey, man, make better decisions. So, none of the shit I did back then was good, didn't help me. It put me behind. Quite fucking frankly, it taught me a lesson that you can't trust people. I'm pretty sure there's a little blonde chick that was really, really hot. I think she's the one who originally told. And then once he went down, he told, and it was just like a domino effect. And the domino stopped with me because I don't tell on people, man. But, of course, later on, more stories came. But you didn't ask about that, so I'll spare you the torture. But that's what happened, and then I got kicked out of school. I completed the program, and it took a year and a half. And once I completed the program, I was able to go back to school after a long, lengthy battle. And I went to school for a couple of months, and then I just dropped out and went and got my GED. Because I was so old, I didn't really feel like going there no more. Because they had put me back 2 years. So I was like fucking really old, and everybody was young. Kind of felt weird.
Did your parent or whoever took care of you get mad when you were expelled?
Yeah, man. I got in trouble. They weren't happy at all. My stepdad and my mom were like fucking livid. But what can you do? I mean, I got grounded and all that. Couldn't do anything, but I still, kind of did what I want. Teenagers, man, some of them can be really obnoxious, and I was one of those. I was the teenager you seen on Cops.
School shootings are dangerous.
But no, I wasn't that guy. I wasn't no school shooter.
Well, at least you didn't go to jail.
Oh, that day I did go to jail. I was taken into holding. I was processed, and then I sat in there for about 2 hours in the cell, and then I was released on my own because I was old. I was old enough to be considered an adult, so I signed myself out of jail, and then I went to the beach because I didn't want to fucking I didn't feel like hearing about
So how much of your life
I got in a lot of
was
trouble
spent
for
in a
that.
cell?
How much of my life was spent in a cell? Not very long. Maybe 2 to 3 hours. I'm not that type of guy, bro. I don't go in and out of jail. That was my one and only in there. Like, that was it. That was when I was 17, man, and I ain't went back since. I'm not going to say that I hadn't done things that are bad, but, like, I'm not no bird. Nah, hell no. I don't fuck with jail. That ain't for me. It ain't for anyone other than people who break the law. And quite fucking frankly, the only reason I went then was because I got caught with a plant.
Did you gain a criminal record from all this?
Yes, I did. In the state of South Carolina, it is a felony to hold weed, which not really. It's so that's a lie. It basically, they don't like it and they wish that they could do more, but long story short, it's called simple possession. And anything less than 7 grams is, simple possession. It is, at the time, it's changed now. The rules are a little bit different. But back then, it was $565, 1,000 hours of community service. And I think that was all that I got thrown at me. But also, I signed up for a program. And
you go to jail in Florida if you have weed in your car. In Colorado, grass is legal.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about now. This was 20 years ago, and even then, it wasn't legal in Colorado. At the time that I was caught, it was only legal in California. There was only one state it was legal in. So you got to think of how long ago this was. Now, on top of that, if we're going to talk about today, oh man, the rules are way different now. And even here in my state, like, it's still illegal, but it's like different. The fines are cheaper, etc. At that current time that I got arrested, state of South Carolina, out of all 50 states, had the second highest ticket for weed. I think the only other place that was higher was Las Vegas. So it's like, anyways, I paid my fines, but I got my criminal record expunged. I don't know if you know what the word expunged means, but there's a one-time thing where you can pay a bunch of money and you can pretty much do a program, and you go into these programs.
If you have a grass card.
And right, that's now though. That ain't back then. See, back then, and we're talking back when I got in trouble, like, it was bad. Like, you didn't do that shit. Like we weren't talking about legalization. It was highly frowned upon to do it. Now, the program I went in and I paid all this money, once I finished it and completed it, they took my record and they deleted it. So, therefore, you only do this one time and you don't always get accepted. It's called, I think the one that I use is a PTI type. But there's different ways and different things they call it.
Green card is?
Yeah, a green card, I do. I mean, are you asking me to explain it, or are you just asking? Of course I know what a green card is. It is a term used for a plastic piece of card that basically gives aliens the right to be able to have the way to purchase and do things in America. But it's got a, it's kind of like a privilege to be able to use. But that's just for workers. Hell, nowadays they got all kinds of crazy shit now. I don't even know what they call it.
Green card is where a foreign person would get a U.S. citizenship.
Well, it's not a citizenship. Yeah, I call them aliens because they're not from here. Anybody that lives somewhere else and comes is an alien. And then if they're there and illegal, they're an illegal alien. It's just a term. It's just a term. You could call them, refugees like some people do. I don't call them refugees. See, here's my thing, bro. You don't see me searching out to go places. And then if I did, it would be super illegal. Yeah. See, if you come legally, it's different. But so I would maybe about 80% don't.
And you forget what you said like a month or a year later.
You have a feeling you want to make a video, right? No, because if you're going to be live, you have to watch what you say, and you have to be careful of what you say. So therefore, when I talk and I talk to you guys or whatever, I mean, you just have to be a good person. If you're the type of person that's going to say things that you regret, live streaming ain't for you. At least there. And then I wouldn't even say making videos, though, because, see, if you just say if it's not live and you're making a video, you can always go back and edit it to make it look perfect. A live stream, you can't edit. So that's why I like, I mean, I've been doing this for a while. Like, when it comes down to it, you just have to be decent at talking to groups or one-on-ones. I mean, and that means talking to people who are hostile, talking to people who are nice, talking to people who are younger, talking to people who are older. You have to be able to hit all horizons. It doesn't mean that everybody's going to love you, but as long as you handle the situation decently and you can actually talk, you'll be, it's worth it. All right, I need to do a drug so I can bust this thing down. I've been talking so much and I forgot what I was doing. All right, Psycho Buff, Biatch. Poisoned to death, bro. Okay, little shitheads. I got y'all's numbers. These mother truckers. Okay. I see what we dealing with now.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right, man. We'll see you here in a little bit.
Does it feel cool to have most games set in your home country?
Honestly, it's not a thought. I don't really, to me, it's just like, oh, okay. I know I'm being on it, being in America, a lot of things are set here, so. But it is cool, I guess, to answer the question. It's just something I don't really think about. All right, let's do it. Maybe this time we'll have better results.
There's like little to no things SRT in my country.
Like,
it's Tito time.
Oh, shit, okay. Welcome to the Lizzie. All right, guys, we're going to pause, and I think we know what that means. Pause for the call.
Yo, Tito lad.
Talk to me, kid. Hey, what's going on?
Everyone.
Hello. What up, bro? What's good? All right, we are about there. Still ahead. Sudoku. Now, this was like superb timing. I literally just put one out. All right, that's enough right there. Barely breathe. Barely breathe. 3, 2, 1. Cheers. All right, I'm back. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, raise this stupid radio. I've done this shit twice now. Third time's the charm, right? All these bugs out here is what gets me. Where's the body? Perfect. Third person mode looks so much cooler. I think mainly because I haven't, you know, spent many hours in it. But then, like, when I'm fighting in it and shit, it's way different, I will say. I feel like they need to come out a little bit, though, like, on that, like, on that squat, like, when I squat and I'm sprinting, it's like, okay. Let's do it. Alright, so we... Oh, wait a minute. Fuck! Good deal. Oh my god. I bet we gotta do this again for the 4th time. Alright, so when we're done, we're going back and we're saving this shit. 'Cause I'm sick of doing this mission over and over. Great.
Picked the wrong day to piss me off.
Yes. I'm up. Fucking pissed, making me do all this over. I don't know.
Do you not sleep?
I don't know. Oh shit, here he comes. Something I noticed that I'm kind of interested. They moved the key too.
Or it's not ground?
It's usually in the back. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh,
Legs hit bad. Find him! Find him!
what an idiot.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Yeah, on purpose. What an idiot. Who knows? Stop. Can't back up because he's fucking in my ass. Oh my god, you're an idiot, McCready. You are fucking pinning me. If I lose, I will fucking scream bloody. Come on, motherfucker. I think I got one. Where is it? 2. Alright, that's gonna give me... Got me infected. Thanks, man.
Get the keys, though, safe.
Yeah, but I already picked it. God, you're taking so fucking...
Yo, grab that.
What do you want?
Get that.
All right.
Bring that here.
Yep, you got it.
Something's missing.
Yeah, what is it? Oh, you shouldn't have.
Yeah, there's a guy in here still. Or there it is. There's a shotgun that I'm supposed to get. There it is. Okay, so that leaves me at 3 to 4. So I get,
Hey,
Need something?
grab that.
I'll take care of it.
yep.
Kind of bad today.
We gotta finish this second part and then we're going straight back. We did good. Basically, they infected each part of his body. That was kind of cool, like, and then they hatched out of his body. At first, I didn't understand it. And I thought about it, and I was like, oh my god. Because, basically, if you read, he was the last one alive, and he ran or whatever, and they must have hatched. Alright. Yeah, we need to go that way.
That's the way you.
Alright, we need a bed. Let's go. Oh, that's cool. I love that. You see the city in the background right there.
Okay.
Seems a bit. Okay, bud. Alright, we're pulling up. Thank goodness.
Lost track of how many blisters I got.
I always wanted to say that. I want to put some of that junk down.
You may want to shut up.
Ain't looking for trouble. knows how much you did for us.
Hey,
Have you reconsidered helping me find the cure for my son's disease?
of course I'll help. Count me in.
I was hoping you'd say that. A few months before we met, I bumped into a guy named Sinclair who claimed his buddy caught some kind of disease. I thought he was wasting my time until he said his partner broke out in blue boils. They dug up information about a cure at a place called MedTech Research. They even managed to grab the building's lockdown security codes. Unfortunately, Sinclair's buddy died before they were able to break into the facility.
I mean, there's no way that's a coincidence, right? MedTech has to be the place.
Come on, it can't be that boring.
Don't give up hope. If there's a cure, we'll find it.
Thanks, partner. I'll put MedTech Research on your map. When you're ready, just take us out there. I have all the codes we need to get through their security. What you're doing, even if it takes...
You ain't been up to see Graveyard. We should go. The whole place is run by robots. Yeah?
If you work, you eat. It's as simple as that. I knew you'd help us.
I want to trade a few things.
Okay. Hi, how are you?
Hoping ain't one of them citizens here to spy on me.
Stuck.
I'm feeling ice on my back.
Damn, man. I'm stuck. That's bullshit.
Yeah? Yes. I hope you realize how much you did for me.
Huh?
You know what I call a good day? One that ends without an end.
bitch.
Hey, how's it going?
Nothing there now.
Oh, nice.
Well?
Here.
Easy.
Grab anything useful.
I'll take care of it. 100 miles. There's a pile of caps waiting for me at the end. Rats are making me feel sick to my stomach. Show on the road.
All right, guys, we'll be